Welcome back to our latest episode of Commander Food Fight Deck Tech. I'd like to announce that you can now support us on Patreon. Check out the link in the description below to find out all of the fun rewards. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our YouTube videos. It helps a lot. So let's get started today. We're going to start with one of my favorite cards in Magic the Gathering, Villainous Wealth. It is a sorcery for black, green, blue, X that says target opponent exiles the top X cards of his or her library. You may cast any number of those cards with converted mana cost X or less without paying their casting cost. Now, many of these decks are out there. Many of them use some of the more popular commanders like Tasigur or Muldrotha. I've decided to go a different route. My route is Damia, Sage of Stone. 4 green, blue, black, Death Touch 4/4, skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have less than 7 cards in your hand, you draw the difference. Now the goal behind this deck is to control the board until we have ramped enough to be able to cast a massive Villainous Wealth and do it repeatedly to all of our opponents. So to start things off, let's talk about our ramp. We're going to have the best ramp spells like Kodama's Reach, Skyshroud Claim, Circuitous Route, Hour of Devastation, also known as Go Get Cabal Coffers and Urborg. We're going to have a couple other cards like Wood Elves and Urborg Elf. Those work as both blockers as well as early ramp. Now, in order to survive to the late game, we are going to be playing a lot of control. We have a lot of interaction to keep us alive. Cards like Acidic Slime, Terrestodon, Ravenous Chupacabra, Pernicious Deed, Gaze of Granite, and Shriek Maw. Now, what's better than casting Villainous Wealth once? Doing it over and over and over again. We will have a nice recursion package. This can also be used for a lot of our interaction. We have many of the popular recursion cards: Sage of Secrets, Archaeomancer, Mnemonic Wall, Regrowth, Wildest Dream, Gaia's Blessing, Seasons Pass, and of course Eternal Witness. Many of these cards will get back not only Villainous Wealth, but a lot of our other interactions. Now, what happens if we have someone that goes through and exiles one of our key spells, such as Villainous Wealth? Of course, with that, we have Rift Sweeper to help us out. Outside of our commander drawing us cards, we have quite a few other ways to get not only card draw, but card selection. Spells like Mary's Guile, Underrealm Lich help us filter through our cards to get the ones that we need. Compost, as well as Psychic Possession. So if you're playing against someone that draws a lot of cards, Psychic Possession is your best friend. Now, while we are a Sultai control deck, we don't have many counter spells. The two that we do have, Mystic Snake and Frilled Mystic, not only help us stop the most dangerous spells, but provide great blockers. Now, I purposely did not run a lot of tutors in this deck. When I build my decks, I like to have some randomness to them. That being said, I did include a few. Runescar Demon, Merchant Scroll, and Protean Hulk will give us the ability to not only have some blockers, but also get the cards that we need when it's time to fire off our spells. Now, to go along with our Villainous Wealth, we do have some other cards that allow us to play with our opponent's goodies. Cards like Mnemonic Betrayal, which allow us to cast everything out of anyone else's graveyards. Gonti, Lord of Luxury, which allows us to take the best of the top 4 cards of an opponent's library. Oblivion Sour, which can not only net us lands, but if we cast this after a Villainous Wealth, it gets all of the lands that we could not get with Villainous Wealth. Grim Feast is another way to keep us alive. Being a 3-color deck, we're running a wide variety of dual-color lands, as well as basic lands. And Cabal Coffers, Reliquary Tower, Field of the Dead, which provides us with blockers, as well as Bosiju, who shelters all, which allows us to cast Villainous Wealth for a large number without worrying about it getting countered. Now, outside of Villainous Wealth as a win con, we do run a couple more. Villainous Wealth is our main goal, but it's always great to have a backup, that being Exsanguinate. And what makes either of those spells better is an Unbound Flourishing to double it. With Unbound Flourishing on Villainous Wealth, you can select 2 different opponents and get all of their goodies. That brings us to the end of our deck tech. Tell me your thoughts. How would you change this? Are there cards you would add or take out? Please leave a comment below and let us know.